Good morning. This is Larry Straub, and I'm an Associate Professor of Management for the Newman University School of Business. And this is the fourth installment of my 3 Tips series. This is the last of my 4-part installment dealing with the post-COVID-19 era that we're about to emerge into. And this particular video is about realities and strategies for businesses and organizations to consider post-COVID-19. So as we are fast emerging at a point where stay-at-home orders are being lifted in phases, we're going to need to assess how the world has changed and what it means for businesses and organizations. Ultimately, businesses, and all of us for that matter, have to understand that the rules are fundamentally different now. How we view crowds, physical space, and cleanliness will be impacted and intensified for all of us. So as we reemerge from our quarantine, there's going to be a lot of things going on. There's going to be a sense of jubilation, a new appreciation for freedoms that we once took for granted, and we will also, in one form or another, suffer from a collective trauma from this experience. So in that regard, here are 3 tips that I think will hopefully make that transition a little easier for all of us, and particularly for businesses and organizations. So first of all, first tip, take what people are feeling very seriously. And I cannot emphasize this enough. What we've been through regionally, nationally, even globally, will leave lasting psychological impact and scars. You could even say, in a sense, a form of PTSD that we'll all collectively go through. So that is important for us all to realize that. Understand it's real, acknowledge and respect it, and then find every way feasible to make people feel safe in your business and environment. The second tip is consider a rework of your physical space, assets, and even business models to provide that feeling of safety and security for your stakeholders, your customers, employees, and any other key stakeholders associated with your business. I'm not here to give an exhaustive list on the types of things that you might do. There's plenty of stuff out there. I will highlight a few examples of some things that have been discussed in the media and different business press already to this point. One might be a reworking your space within the business environment. The number of tables served in restaurants, desks and workspaces, spaced further apart, one-way individual traffic patterns when feasible in organizational setups and offices and stores, etc. Second area might be more physical protections, face masks. I've seen sneeze shields, cloth or paper table coverings that are changed after each use. I've even heard businesses talking about using Zoom video meetings even within the physical space versus the use of getting everybody together in conference rooms. The elimination of break rooms might be an example. Drinking fountains, those type of things. Next, cleaning and sanitization incorporated into the physical space. Touchless or motion-activated doors. Upgraded sanitation and cleanliness throughout, disposable menus, as I mentioned, cloth or paper table coverings might be another example. Signage and markers within your business environment, reminding guests and customers to social distance and also using available sanitation and safety products. And then limitations on the number of customers and guests served at a particular time. Again, fewer tables in restaurants, limitations on customers in the environment, having people wait outside for appointments or seating in restaurants, etc. The third tip that I would suggest in this post-COVID-19 business environment is to make sure that you play the long game. Make sure that you're here and sustainable for the long term. This would come in a few forms. First, follow the guidelines set out by the state and health officials. Next, communicate to your employees, suppliers, and customers that this will impact the way business is conducted for the foreseeable future, so that everybody understands that. And finally, being respectful of different points of view, considering how this process should proceed, but at the same time, being forceful and consistent in your new operational procedures. In conclusion, as noted previously, it's important to understand that the rules of business and even organizations have changed for at least the foreseeable future. So incorporate into your marketing messages what you're doing differently to ensure people's safe return to your environment. Your customers and your key stakeholders will be looking for those messages. Be visible as an owner or manager in your environment. And importantly, model the desired and appropriate behavior and consistently signal it and its importance to take this as the new reality. And finally, keep your stakeholders vigilant for the long term. Your very business and survival could be at stake. Well, thank you for listening not only to this video, but also the entire series on the 4 video series on how to move forward individually and as business and organizations in a post-COVID-19 world. I wish you all good luck and wish us all good luck as we move forward into this new environment. And thank you for your interest, and we'll look forward to talking to you on the next 3 tip series.